And starting 10th from Rock Ridge Baths, Virginia, in car 37, Booper Bear. Starting in 11th position, in car number 99B from Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, Richard Boom Briggs. And starting in 12th position, the defending champion of the UFO Tour from Stoystown, Pennsylvania, in car 119, Chad McClellan. Starting 13th in car 22 from Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania, Gregg Satterlee. And starting 14th in car 15P from Three Springs, Pennsylvania, Matt Parks. Starting 15th, a 9-time track champion in northern Pennsylvania from Waterford, PA, Rich Gardner. Starting 16th, Thunder Valley Raceway champion from Bedford, Pennsylvania, in car 39, Gregg Fetters. World of Outlaws national traveler from Warren, Pennsylvania, in car 71D, Ron Davies. And starting 18th from Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania, in car 32, Dylan Yoder. Starting 19th in car 21, former Gamblers Raceway champion from Franklin, Pennsylvania, Matt Lux. And starting 20th in car number 40 from Warren, Pennsylvania, Dutch Davies. From McClure, Pennsylvania, in car number 3, starting 21st, Tim Wilson. And from Thompsontown, PA, in car 19, starting 22nd, Gary Beward. Starting 23rd from Winchester, Virginia, in car D1, Bo Feathers. And starting 24th from Clarksburg, West Virginia, the 18D of Danny Mitchell. 24 cars to close out the Hesston Speedway 50th anniversary season. 24 drivers in the UFO Race Championship Tour finale for 2011. $8,800 awaiting the winner. 61 green flag laps of action. Bob Dunn in car 34D starts on the pole. Starting outside in car 43A, Jason Covert from York Haven, Pennsylvania. Row 2, Keith Barbara on the inside, the recent Pittsburgher winner and the recent McCain County winner, Chub Frank in the 1-star. Row 3, it'll be Devin Friese, the champion, and the green flag waves. The ultimate 61-lap UFO feature event is underway. Jason Covert darts out to an early lead over Bob Dunn in second. Keith Barbara challenging Dunn with Chub Frank and Devin Friese right in the mix for top 5 positions. Dunn in the 34 broke away in turns 1 and 2 from the Barbara Chub Frank battle for third. And newly crowned champion Devin Friese watches from 5th position. The 92 of Jeff Rine, a winner in UFO action earlier this season at Hesston. He is in the 6th position ahead of the popular Virginia veteran Booper Bear in car 37. Now Chub Frank firmly in 3rd position by a car length over Keith Barbara. Barbara now to be challenged by Devin Friese in the 12 as Jason Covert building up an early lead over the 34 of Bob Dunn. Side by side on the backstretch for 4th. Friese on the outside, Barbara on the inside. And as Friese takes over 4th position, now they are in the same order that they came into this event in the UFO point standings, with Friese the champion and Barbara in 2nd in the championship chase. Barbara in 5th on the racetrack, Friese in 4th, Chub Frank in 3rd. And look at Devin Friese reeling in the Bear Lake Bandit. Friese dives to the inside of Chub Frank and officially at the scoring line takes over 3rd spot. Bob Dunn in 2nd position. Friese in 3rd, Chub Frank in 4th, Barbara back in 5th. And Dunn, the 34 car in 2nd spot, is almost a full straightaway behind race leader Jason Covert as he goes side by side with Friese. Devin Friese, the man on the move early on. That car has worked in the high side, it's worked on the low side, and he crosses through the middle of 1 and 2 to complete the pass for 2nd over Bob Dunn. Now Chub Frank looks to the inside of Dunn in turn 4. Leader Covert with a straightaway advantage. Best battle for position in the top 5 is Chub Frank and Bob Dunn. Dunn will hold off Chub Frank down the backstretch, but behind them a challenge for position. The 92 of Jeff Rine past Keith Barbara and is quickly gaining on this battle for third. Chub Frank by a fender becomes the third place driver officially at the scoring line. Dunn is back to fourth, and look at Rine using the cushion in car 92. Rine, a recent UFO winner right here at Hesston, is gaining big time. He passed Dunn easily and closes in on Chub Frank. They make light contact out of turn 4. Chub Frank in third, the one-star machine. And Jeff Rine in the 92. Rine has been a champion all over central Pennsylvania at Port Royal, Selinsgrove. And here at Hesston, a UFO winner earlier on this tour. Chub Frank in third by now, about 4 car lengths between himself and Rine. Then it's back to Bob Dunn, the pole starter, and side by side Keith Barbara in the 17, and Hooper Bear in 37. Barbara second in the championship points chase, and Bear looking for his first ever UFO victory in car 37. They have both closed in on Dunn. This is the battle for fifth. It's 3 cars strong. Dunn, Barbara, Hooper Bear, and now Gregg Satterlee in the 22 enters this mix. 4 cars racing under a blanket for top 5 positions. Headed into turn number 1, Barbara on the inside, unable to get around the 34 of Bob Dunn. Hooper Bear fades by about 3 car lengths from this battle as Gregg Satterlee has caught him, and they are side by side through turn 3. Dunn will still maintain the position at the scoring line. The battle for fifth between Barbara and Dunn is half a straightaway. Behind the 4th place driver of Jeff Rine. Rine closing in just a little on Chub Frank, the 3rd place racer. Devin Friese in 2nd, and race leader Jason Covert in lap traffic on the backstretch. Covert into turn 3 as Boom Briggs slows to bring out a caution flag right in front of the leader. The 99 of Boom Briggs, a 2nd place finisher in the UFO event here earlier this summer, slowing in turn 4 to bring out a caution. 92 made all of his early race moves in the outside lane. He does not get lane choice and will have to take the green flag on the inside of Chub Frank in the 1-star. There was a 4 or 5 car battle going on for the 5th position. Jason Covert with a commanding lead, and Covert had to be pretty happy to see that caution flag come out as he was beginning to approach heavy lap traffic. Devin Friese also happy that he gets to close right up to the inside door of the 43A. Jeff Rine in the 92 hoping to jump back to that outside lane, no doubt, as he was working the cushion to perfection. And Chub Frank in the 1-star car, restarting from 3rd. Then it's Keith Barbara and pole starter Bob Dunn, who were in a battle for 5th spot. Gregg Satterlee and Hooper Bear in row 4. Green is back out. Devin Friese made some great moves climbing from the 6th starting position. Now let's see if he has anything for Covert. Covert passed just 1 car to grab the lead, then set sail away from the field. This is the test of the Devin Friese number 12 car. He fades by 2 car lengths as they enter turn number 1. Meanwhile, Rine sticks to the bottom of the Speedway in 4th. We got another caution flag, the 15 of Parks. Tough break for the driver that earned his way into this field by virtue of an outstanding B-main performance. Parks in the 5th moves up through the middle of this field as we are going green flag racing next time by. Caution lights extinguished, green flag in the air. 3 State Flyers Series champion Jason Covert, UFO champion Devin Friese. Side by side at the cone in turn 4, we will be back up to full speed with Jeff Rine and Chub Frank in row 2. Hooper Bear in the 37, challenging the 92 of Rine for 4th position. Friese to the inside of Covert in turn 4, but not enough to grab the lead, and we have a pile up in turn 4. Matt Lux in the 21 is involved. Alex Ferree in the 10 is involved. Gary Beward in the 19 is involved, and 1 black car I cannot get a number on. Bo Fetters, the fourth car involved there, as Beward in the 19 pulls away. Matt Lux in car 21, the Gamblers Raceway Park former champion from Franklin, PA, and the Lernerville Speedway former champion, Alex Ferree in car 10. Ferree, the 2008 and 2009 UFO champion as well, in the middle of that with the D1 of Bo Fetters, the Virginia veteran and champion in car D1. Caution lights extinguished. Green flag is hoisted. We will resume racing action next time by, as Bo Fetters, in fact, does return to action in car D1. It appears Alex Ferree and Matt Lux may be done for the night. Headed to the cones in turn number 4. Jason Covert in 43, Devin Friese in 12. Jeff Rine in 92, Chub Frank in the 1. A low start, low speed start, as Covert and Friese took a slow pace down the front stretch. We're back up to full speed. Jamie Lathroum threads the needle between Dunn and Bear and climbs into the top 5 in car number 6. Now Booper Bear being challenged by Gregg Satterlee. Heated action for top 5 positions as Jason Covert leads Devin Friese by 2 car lengths off turn 2. Satterlee in car 22 to the inside of Lathroum. Lathroum in the 6 on the outside, and using the cushion by a fender, he will remain the 5th place driver officially at the scoring line. Jeff Rine in 4th in the 92, and Chub Frank pulling away from him in 3rd spot right now. Satterlee still door-to-door with Lathroum through turn 3, and now they are both gaining on Jeff Rine. Rine was using the cushion to be the fastest car on the Speedway early on. We've got 4 wide racing down the front stretch that settles down into turn number 1. That for the mid-pack positions as they move down the backstretch with Keith Barber and Greg Fetters on the move. Now we're 3 wide in turn 4 for the 5th spot. Rine in 92, Lathroum in 6, Satterlee in 22. This heated fight going on a straightaway behind leader Jason Covert, who now has about 8 car lengths between himself and the 2nd place driver Devin Friese. 3 wide once again in turn 4. Lathroum takes a spot away from the 92 of Rine, as does the 22 of Satterlee. Jeff Rine, who looked so strong in the opening 10 laps of this event, loses 2 spots in a single lap. Lathroum on the outside, Satterlee on the inside. As they battle each other, they continue to gain positions and close in on Chub Frank. Chub Frank in the 1 star. For the moment, all by himself in 3rd, with the 22 of Satterlee and the 6 of Jamie Lathroum door-to-door and advancing. Typically, a side-by-side battle would mean both drivers are losing ground to the cars running by themselves, but these 2 aces are gaining on Chub Frank. Rine now 8. About 8 car lengths, maybe 10 car lengths behind this battle between Lathroum and Satterlee. Satterlee to the inside, Lathroum on the outside. Like those cars are glued together around this speedway. Clearly 2 lanes of racing are available, as we can see in this door-to-door battle for 4th. Now Lathroum with the advantage. Chub Frank about 4 car lengths ahead of this battle. Lathroum was using the cushion a moment ago, now switches to the middle lane, putting him even closer in wheel-to-wheel competition with Satterlee on the bottom. Chub Frank in the 1 star, now putting a couple more car lengths between himself and Lathroum in the 6. Does not look like Frank is gaining on Devin Friese at the moment, but a lot of racing left. Race leader Jason Covert is in turn 4, and within 2 laps he will face traffic, and it could be heavy as this race moves along. The ultimate at Hesston Speedway. Jason Covert, the race leader in car 43. 3 times a winner in UFO competition. and the 3-state Flyers Series champion for 2011. In second spot, Devin Friese from Chambersburg. 2 career wins on the UFO Tour, both coming consecutively this July en route to locking up the series championship. In third spot, Chub, the legendary World of Outlaws traveler, winner of the World 100 at Eldora, winner of the Dirt Track World Championship, and losing ground to the 6 of Jamie Lathroum. Lathroum continues to move lower on the Speedway as the crossed flags are displayed halfway through the ultimate. Gregg Satterlee in car 22, recent UFO winner at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway back in September. Those 5 drivers now separated by almost half a straightaway from the 92 of Jeff Rine, the 37 of Booper Bear, and the 71D of Ron Davies. And Lathroum goes very low. The 22 of Satterlee had to check up just a bit to avoid contact as they continue to close in on Chub. Chub, meanwhile, gaining in a big way on the 12 of Devin Friese, who is approaching the lap cars. Leader Jason Covert already threading his way through lap traffic. And Friese now just about 4 or 5 car lengths ahead of Chub, while Satterlee makes contact with the 6. Lathroum and Satterlee race so close, so long, so clean, and now contact made in that battle. Keith Barbara in car 17. In turn number 2 is slow and rolling to a stop, which will bring out the caution flag. Tough break for the driver's second in UFO championship points. Keith Barbara of South Park, the Pittsburgher winner, bringing out the caution. A tough break for the driver. Jason Covert has been to victory lane at Hesston Speedway. Devin Friese looking for his first win here at Hesston in car 12. Lathroum in the 6, Chub, 92 of Jeff Rine. Rine has been falling back just a little bit after he made bold outside groove passes early in this feature event. Lobb in car number 1, another World of Outlaws traveler and World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year candidate this season, the New Yorker in car 1, and the 39 of Gregg Fetters, the Thunder Valley Raceway champion. Green flag in the air, lights are out at the cone. Jason Covert will jump on the loud pedal. We're back to green flag status. 33 laps are in the books for the ultimate. And look at Chub right under the spoiler of Devin Friese. Here comes Lathroum in the 6. Lathroum, who's been working the high side of the Speedway, switches to the low groove and challenges Chub for 3rd. At the scoring line, lap 34. Jamie Lathroum becomes the 3rd place driver. Chub on the outside tries to battle back. But now it's Jason Covert, Devin Friese, Jamie Lathroum, Chub and Gregg Satterlee. Booper Bear now grabs a position as he moves around the 92 of Rine. Lathroum made a quick pass of Chub on the restart and now is peeking to the inside of Devin Friese, the UFO points champion for 2011. Feeling the pressure of Maryland's Jamie Lathroum in car 6. Door to door at the scoring line. Officially, it was Devin Friese by inches maintaining the 2nd position, but this battle isn't over yet. Down the backstretch, Friese has a car length. Lathroum diving to the inside once again in car 6. And this time, Lathroum officially becomes the runner-up to Jason Covert. Lathroum started this feature event in 7th position, door to door with Devin Friese. As Covert's lead, not what it was during our last green flag stint. And Chub in the 1 star. Now the 4th place driver. He is feeling pressure from the 22 of Gregg Satterlee. Satterlee started in position number 13, and he is knocking on the door of Chub for 4th position. Lathroum after taking the second position from the 12 of Friese, has put several car lengths between himself and the UFO champion and appears to be gaining on the 43 of Jason Covert. In clear racetrack, Lathroum cutting down the interval, set by York Haven's Jason Covert, and that lead is diminishing quickly. Friese is losing ground to Chub Frank in third and falling back to the one-star car. But up front, Covert using the cushion, Lathroum on the bottom. And that lap, Covert opened it up in a big way. A lane change for the race leader going to the cushion, and he put another 5 or 6 car lengths between himself and Lathroum. It's now almost half a straightaway lead. Early on in this event, Lathroum was using the high side as Gregg Satterlee was battling him to the inside. Now Covert switches to the cushion and is making the most of it, pulling away from Lathroum. Still several laps from reaching traffic and backmarker race cars. If Lathroum used the outside lane so successfully early on, one has to wonder what has changed, or if his tires are now too hot to use the cushion. And now he switches back to the high side in turn 3. I thought he was going to go all the way through 4 on the upper side of the speedway. Nevertheless, he gained a couple of car lengths on Covert that time around. Lathroum threw the car into turn 3 on the top and crossed lanes to the bottom, and now is closing in again on Covert. A seesaw battle between the top 2 drivers. Lathroum gains, Lathroum loses, but Covert remains the race leader. Approaching traffic, the 118 of Quintin Wyandt will be the car to go a lap down first, as Lathroum has cut the interval down to about 2 to 3 car lengths on the backstretch. Wyandt looms on the high side of the speedway, Covert in the middle, Lathroum on the bottom exiting turn 4. Top 2 drivers now a straightaway ahead of Devin Friese in third and beginning to approach lap traffic. Lathroum right on the bumper of Covert now. They nearly make contact with the Wyandt 118 car. Into turn 1, Covert back to the cushion, Lathroum on the bottom. The next car to go a lap down will be the pole starter Bob Dunn in car 34. A torrid pace set by the leaders, and cars that started up front about to go a lap down. Great battle entering turn 4. Gregg Satterlee to the inside of Chub Frank. They are side by side. Satterlee officially grabs the position at the scoring line, and both of those drivers are closing in on Devin Friese in third. Satterlee secures the 4th position by 1 full car length over Chub Frank and continues to gain on Devin Friese. This action 1 full straightaway behind the race leaders who are in traffic. On the backstretch, Covert on the outside. Lathroum with his best challenge to this point of the race. 34 of Dunn is in the low groove. And still the leaders are side by side. Covert on the outside, Lathroum on the inside. Lapped cars will be a factor. Which lane will Dunn in the 34 choose? He goes to the bottom. Covert up high. Lathroum trying to thread the needle and take the lead. It's Covert by a fender as they touch, and the entering turn number 1, light contact was made. Now the 3 of Tim Wilson looms in front of the leaders. Unbelievable action in the ultimate UFO Super Late Model competition at its finest here at Hesston Speedway. All the way to the inside goes Lathroum. Covert makes contact with the lap car of Wilson. Jamie Lathroum now with a 5 or 6 car length advantage. Lathroum put that race car all the way against the inside wall to avoid the contact he may have predicted was coming. He puts the 3 of Wilson a lap down. Now Covert 8-10 car lengths behind after nearly spinning on the front stretch. Unbelievable action as the ultimate rolls on in green flag status. Slower cars will now be side by side in front of race leader Jamie Lathroum. Lathroum in car number 6 with a healthy advantage over Covert right now, but closing in on lap traffic with 5 laps to go. Gary Beward in the 19 and Keith Barbara in the 17. They could slow the progress of race leader Jamie Lathroum in the 6. Covert in the 43 goes back to the cushion and seems to be moving swiftly, but it will not appear that he has enough time to challenge for the lead with 4 laps remaining in the ultimate. Devin Friese still 3rd. Gregg Satterlee a fast closing 4th. Chub Frank in 5th. Booper Bear in 6th. Now to the inside of the UFO regular Keith Barbara, and Lathroum will put him a lap down. Lathroum with about half a straightaway lead over Jason Covert. It was in lap traffic that this race was decided. Signal of 2 laps to go, given to Jamie Lathroum in car 6. A great battle for 3rd as Satterlee looks under Devin Friese in turn number 1. And the white flag is being displayed. 12th in the final point standings of the UFO Race Championship Tour back in 2010. The Mechanicsville, Maryland resident with 1 career UFO victory coming into this weekend. The driver of car number 6, Jamie Lathroum, will win the ultimate at Hesston Speedway for his 2nd career UFO victory. Jason Covert will finish 2nd in the 43. Devin Friese holds on to 3rd over Gregg Satterlee and Chub Frank. Finishing 5th in car number 1 star from Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, Chub Frank. Finishing 4th in car 22 from Rochester Mills, Pennsylvania, Gregg Satterlee. Finishing 3rd, the newly crowned UFO Tour champion in car 12 from Chambersburg, Devin Friese. Finishing in 2nd spot from York Haven, Pennsylvania in car 43A, Jason Covert. And working lap traffic to perfection, we will welcome a Maryland resident to victory lane for his 2nd career UFO Tour victory. A hard-fought battle for the lead in lap traffic. The driver who started 7th on the grid, a resident of Mechanicsville, Maryland, now a 2-time winner on the UFO Race Championship Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of the race car in victory lane at Hesston Speedway, Jamie Lathroum. Tom is headed trackside to get the comments of this excited winner. $8,800 earned here tonight at the Ultimate at Hesston Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy made probably about a good 4-hour trip one way from the southern Maryland town of Mechanicsville. How about a round of applause for the Jet, Jamie Lathroum? Jamie, congratulations on this win. Is this your first time here?
Second time we came when they had a 10,000 race a couple years ago. The car was great at first. I didn't think we had much, but then as we ran, just took my time and just started coming. Anytime you run Covert down and passing, you got a good car.
I'll tell you what, I mean, you took advantage of some lap traffic. I don't know if Jason's tires started going away and your car was just much stronger on the longer runs, but you took advantage of it, and here you are.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been slowing up, and we were staying about the same or getting a little better, so just kind of biding my time, and the lap traffic played to our advantage.
Okay, do you want to thank some sponsors real quick before we go into our final event of the evening? And I know DR wants to make a couple of comments as well.
Jamie, I'm the dirt doctor. I don't think we ever had the pleasure to meet. No better place than meeting right here.
Yeah, I'd like to meet everybody in Victory Lane.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what do you think what I've done here? What do you think from the last time you was here there quite a few years back?
Yeah, it was way better. I mean, it was definitely two grooves. I mean, first the top was a little better, but then I got going on the bottom. But like most guys, were still running a little bit high. But we found out a little bit of mud ring on that bottom, and this Masterville came on.
Well, you know, we had the cool temperatures really changed the cushion, so we had to work the track a little bit there, but it turned out to be really good. Lap cars sort of helped you out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he would have had his hands full, but lap cars made it a little bit easier. But, yeah, I mean, once they knocked that cushion down and wasn't so tall, it made the track a lot more racier, you know, because when it's real tall, everybody gets up there. But as it was, he got it knocked down, and the track was good at the end there. But, you know, two grooves, so.
Well, I sure want to thank you for coming out and supporting us here. We'll be having some future events here of the same caliber, and I hope we can count on you to come up.
Yeah, we'd like to come back. It's 4 hours, but it's worth it when this happens.
$8,800 now. You know, BBI Incorporated put an extra $800 onto this purse, so we want to make sure that you thank all the BBI gang when you get an opportunity to.
All right, yeah, I'd like to thank all the fans and especially all these guys here that come help me every week. We hadn't had a very good year. This is only our second win, but it's been 2 weeks in a row, so things are turning around. So we don't want the season to end, but it's coming to an end now. So
Nothing like ending on top.
yeah, ending the year, it makes the winter a whole lot better.